What is up, all? Welcome back to another chapter of the guide to becoming your own personal trainer and your own nutritionist. In this age, you don't require any of these people meddling with your life. And in this chapter, we're going to learn some more concepts written on the book and make your life a little bit more easier. We learned that knowing calories is not enough, right? From energy, we came to food, and then now we're in calories. Just knowing what calories are and just keeping that in your mind is not going to help you at all. You got to take a step forward. Once you know the concept of deficit, surplus, and maintaining, losing and gaining weight becomes a cakewalk, literally. Anybody walking on the face of this earth, if he grasps that concept, it's very easy to lose or gain weight. But is that enough again? Absolutely not. You're putting in so much effort trying to maintain a surplus, trying to maintain a deficit, putting in effort to work out, putting in effort to, maintain a certain style of diet. You can actually look way, way better than you can think just by putting in more effort. Try hard. And you can try hard, but through the movement of the Big Fat Fit, the idea is to try a bit smarter as well. Know the basics and the absolute cream of knowledge in the food, fitness, and healthcare and wellness space. Now, two things that are very core to doing this try hard work, which is moving a step beyond calories, is something called macro counting and macro splits. Without these two, it's very, very difficult to maintain a proper surplus if you want to gain weight, and to maintain a proper, efficient, effective deficit if you want to lose weight. Remember, just going on a deficit is going to make you look ugly. Going on a legitimate, proper, planned deficit using macro splits and macro counting. Now, these two concepts are very deep in their own way. All the details, as much as you can think of, is written on the book. But let's just understand what you need to concentrate more on. Now, the 4-4-9 rule applies. Protein, carbs, and fats applies for both macro splits and macro counting. Now, if you did not understand, macro splits would be the split of the macronutrient in your intake, and macro counting is actually not only just splitting it is a higher level order. Counting it is much more deeper. The more you count, the more expert like you become in your eating tendencies. When it comes to splits, we are going to be splitting our macros into 40-40-20, 30-20-50, 30-30-40. There are multiple. Now, keto diets would be higher on fat, high protein diets would be higher on protein, and a regular old vegetarian diet would be higher on carbs. Whereas in macro counting, you take a step deeper. You are going to arrive at something called as your macros. Written again. You are going to arrive at something called as your macros. Literally, this is your diet. And I'm not going to do the math for you. You decipher for yourself what 180 grams of protein, 200 grams of carbs, 60 grams of fat equate to. Again, 4-4-9. Do not forget that rule. The last thing that I have to say is that your macro splits are goal dependent. Whether you want to gain weight, gain muscle, lose fat, lose weight, all of that. And this is long term. Whereas, macro counting could be short term. It need not be something that you do all your life. It involves, downloading an app, maintaining a notebook, and it's very short term. Not everybody can sustain this all their life. Sometimes you have to go as far as weighing your food also, which screams unsustainability. Now, with these two concepts perfectly etched in your brain, this gives us a platform to discuss more as the series proceeds. As always, you can catch the Big Fat Fit movement, all about every single topic written here, discussed much more deeply on the book. And you can follow the Big Fat Fit movement on all socials. I'm going to see you pretty soon.